everyone, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. This is Monday night and our weekly Q&A. And this week we are going to talk about how to spot a sale. What is a real sale in the grocery store? Kind of in general, what's our best price? What am I looking for? When's my go time to grab something? These are the key questions because we get that we're supposed to buy things when they're on sale. We get that. Our kids can even get that. You can quickly teach your kids, we only purchase what's on sale. But the hard part is figuring out what is a real sale. Is this really the sale that I want to grab? Or is it going to be a better price? I mean, really, when you think about it, this is the classic question that you guys are always asking me. Jenny, when's the best time to buy blank? That's what you're asking. So across the board, what are we looking for on the items that we're grabbing? Now, primarily, I'm thinking we're going to focus grocery here, but we could really apply this to anything, just anything we're grabbing. It's not always the same rules as grocery, but it's the same concept. I'm still trying to be able to spot that real sale. So we're going to go through tonight and try to talk about that. If there's something particular that you are curious about, feel free to ask away, when is the best time to buy whatever. But even down to groceries, what is a good price for? I'm fine with that too. A lot of them I know off the top of my head, but if not, we can totally make this a Stump Jenny moment. And I will gladly help you figure out the answer if I don't know off the top of my head what it might be. If you've got questions that are off topic, I'm okay with that too. So ask away whatever your questions are. I'm happy to help answer them. So that's where we're going to hopefully go tonight and try to talk about, getting the best price on these deals too. So some of it is couponing related, but a lot of it is just the sales. All that said, we are also doing a full couponing workshop this Thursday night. So if you are on the Facebook side, this is an event. So if you can go to the Southern Savers Facebook page, click on events, and you will see this Thursday night's workshop listed there. I think it's at 7 p.m. is what I have it set for. So, jump in and join me for the whole gamut versus just spotting a sale, which is where we're going tonight. So I'm always up for more, folks. It's completely free. Would love to have you join me if you're trying to figure out how to cut your grocery budget. Carrie, I'm sorry if I'm messing you up. The day is Monday, though I'm currently wondering, what day of the week it is too. It's kind of been a strange Monday for us. Okay, so to dive in, I want to start with a weekly ad because a weekly ad is it's where most of us are used to going. I see so many people who grab the weekly ad when they walk in the door, especially older folks, and they walk around with that weekly ad right there in front of them the whole time they're in the store. So in terms of a weekly ad, what is the deal that we're looking for? How do I know that I have the best price possible? And sorry guys, you saw the CVS. That's what my husband's saying. He's like, I didn't change the title. I skipped a step. I apologize. So not talking CVS and Walgreens deals. It's a step that I always have to do. And I guess I was just a little busy and wasn't paying attention when I set up the video last week. So no CVS and Walgreens deals tonight. Throwing you for a loop. Tonight is how to spot a sale. So sorry, Gary. Now I understand. I just always ponder what day of the week it is. So I wasn't surprised for that one either. Okay, so jumping back to this, let's talk about a weekly ad and just in general, what am I looking for in a weekly ad? So this is the Publix weekly ad. We can apply these tips to any store. So if you don't have a Publix, don't turn me off at this point. It is literally the same concept at every grocery store across the country. How we're going to spot a sale is the same exact tactics. So if you are a weekly ad person, if you like to get them out and look at the pictures versus just using the list that's on Southern Savers, if you are a weekly ad person, this is how you're going to tell what's good and what's bad. So first step, we are looking for items that are at least 40% off. If it's not 40% off, we really want to wait. It will go lower for most of our items. Now, there are some exceptions Meat being a big one. Meat is always on the front page of most of our ads. It's what we consider loss leaders, though lately you don't feel like they're losing anything. The price of meat has skyrocketed. But typically meat, we're going to be doing good if we could save 20 to 25% on meat, just in case you're curious what that mark is for our meat. But other than meat, we really are looking for that 40% mark, and we will see it. So Publix makes this easy on us. Right here, you can see that. You may not be able to read it, but you can see that little black circle right there. That's a buy one, get one deal. It's 50% off. I haven't even used a coupon yet, and I'm already saving half. That's my goal. So that 40% off mark is what we're aiming for. And I don't know, let's see how big it'll let me get. Oh, good. Sometimes it's happy and sometimes it's not. So a lot of our grocery ads give us math, and that's what I would encourage you to use. So if you're brand new, the idea, you're like, Janae, am I getting out a calculator? How am I figuring out this 40%? What are you talking about here? Don't go there, but use the math that is underneath items. So for example, these bakery French hamburger buns, I don't know if you can see how big I can make this math for you, but the math is this green line down here, and it says you're going to save 50 cents on that bag of hamburger buns. That is not really a sale. It's not what we're looking for. You will see a cheaper deal on hamburger buns. Now, they may not be fresh bakery hamburger buns, but they're going to be hamburger buns a lot cheaper than that. The same over here, we've got apple pie. You're saving $2 on two. That means you're saving $1 off of each one of them, or in the end, what's going to end up being about 25% of a savings if you were to do the math out. So you'll get an idea of what we're looking for based on that math. Now, not all of our ads give us this magical math line. So I pulled Publix for a reason, because it does, but there are some stores that do not. So, the next one that we could go to would be Kroger here. And if we pull up a Kroger weekly ad, and I was working on that, but we were also working on getting the internet set, so I didn't get this pulled up. If we pull up a Kroger weekly ad and we zoom in, you'll actually see no math. Throughout most of the ad, they don't tell you what the regular price of that item was. They just tell you how much it's going to be today. And if you're brand new, you're kind of left with, I don't know, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? I get that. You are kind of on your own. And so for folks that shop specifically at Kroger, because you are left with, I get the price, I get the sale price, but I don't get the original price. This is where I would actually encourage you, if you really are, I want to shop the sales, I want to try to only get the top deals. This is where using Southern Savers, a site that's going to give you what is on sale today, let me hold your hand, is a great way to get started, because Kroger isn't holding your hand here. They really want you to go and fully believe them in the myth, and it's a myth, guys, that everything in this weekly ad is a good deal. And that is not the case. That's why I'm telling you, we need to look at the math. We need to see how much we're saving. Because they know that there's a good chunk of America that does get this ad out and follow it through the store. But just because it's in the ad does not mean that this is the week that you want to grab it. So if you're in this boat, some of the things that you can typically avoid, I'm actually going to use the Publix ad for this, because Publix has gotten to where they are really, really loving to advertise their GreenWise things. Their GreenWise items are really not a deal. Very rarely am I going to see a house brand that is on sale. So go ahead and just assume if I see a house brand in a weekly ad, it's probably not at a 40% mark. And for my folks, I'm not even really talking couponing here. If you're willing to throw in some coupons, that house brand item, it's never going to be cheaper than the national brand. That might be hard to swallow, but it's true. So if you're willing to throw in the coupons, I will always beat the house brand product with a national brand deal and a coupon. And I don't have a coupon for that house brand. So these GreenWise deals here, you're not going to see them usually on the Publix list that is on Southern Savers. I'm not going to type them. It's not a good deal. They may be what you're looking for. They may be a decent price, but I do want to tell you one thing. I'm just going to pick on Publix here for a second because I can. Just because it's Greenwise, it's like a little soapbox for me, so you're just going to let me get on it. Just because it says Greenwise in Publix does not mean that it is organic. So you can see two examples here. I have Greenwise organic tortilla chips, and I have Greenwise cereal. That cereal is not organic cereal. So if you are trying to eat organic, you actually need to do some digging when it comes to your Greenwise products. I need to look at the name, I need to look at the tags, I need to look at the box. Our Greenwise meats, not necessarily organic either. So you need to kind of do your homework there. Do not just assume that you see Greenwise and it is an organic product. Publix has done a really good job, smart job on their part, because most people do automatically equate Greenwise with the organic version. And that said, it is not a deal when we take out the fact that some of these items are not organic. Now, some of their Greenwise cereals are organic, but not all of them. So this is why there. I'll get off the soapbox now. But I don't want you paying more for something that you think is organic and it's not. You're just used to seeing the name, and the name has you fooled. So first tip there, we're going through the ad, we're looking for 40% off or more. We're kind of avoiding house brands in general. Most of them are not ever going to hit that 40% sale, but we're definitely not going to have any added savings to throw in with them. So other things, the meat section is always a favorite for me in terms of giving you some tips, and they've done it this week. So to pick on Publix again, they're not the only store that does this, but these salmon select cuts. I pick on this every time we talk this topic, guys. Please do not go in and buy these in the grocery store. Like, I feel like stopping people when I see them at the meat counter. Like, whoa, let me just tell you how much that is a pound. So these are 5.25 ounce sections of salmon, and you are going to pay $6 a piece for them. So for easy math, let's just go with three. Three of these sections equals a pound. It actually doesn't. You haven't even hit a full pound with three of those sections, but we're just going to do easy math there, that three of them equals a pound. That is $18 a pound for your fresh salmon cuts. I'm pretty sure you could have it shipped from Alaska cheaper than $18 a pound, guys. So never purchase meat by the each. I purchase meat by the pound. That is like rule number one in life. Never by the each. There's another example down here. This is prepared food, but you're paying $1 per stuffed clam. And that's getting expensive when you start to look at it per pound, because we're not even talking meat there. You get a lot of other things stuffed in with that. But I want to, just never go by the each. Always going to go by the pound. Even if the pound isn't a good price, it's still better, I promise, than not paying by the individual pieces. So thank you, Publix, for putting that up there. It's actually in most weekly Publix ads now. They're just kind of keeping that fresh salmon cut, so it's not really even a sale price. It's like an everyday price, but it's a horrible, horrible price. So stay away from that, and hopefully that will work for you, at least to save a little bit on fresh fish for sure. Okay, so let me jump to a few questions here. Oh, and Stacy, am I not? Because I kind of messed it up. I am live on YouTube, Stacy. If you head over, and there my husband gave you the link too, but if you head to youtube.com/southernsavers/live, so when I forget to key in the new event, it ends up sticking it in an old event. I don't know. There's a lot of steps to this process, and since I skipped that step, it just messes up everybody tonight. Okay. So, yes, great question. So, asking, I get the filet, the whole, for $6.99 or $7.99 a pound. Is that good at Kroger? That's a great price. So right now for salmon, anytime you're less than $8 a pound, you have a pretty decent price, bulk price. The lowest you'll see lately is about $6.99 a pound. So you've done a great find once you can hit that mark for your fresh salmon. Salmon is one of our more expensive ones that we can get fresh. So Your other options like tilapia, which I know someone kind of went off on one night. Some people do not view that as a decent fish, but if you're trying to, eat more fish, which is the Mediterranean diet, trying to eat a little healthier, fish is fish sometimes, and it's affordable. So salmon is getting in the higher realm. You can get the others even cheaper. So you kind of make salmon your benchmark, and we don't ever pay more for a different fish than we would pay for salmon, and hopefully that would help. Yeah, exactly, Gary. So an 18-pound salmon should be a salmon made of gold at that point. $18 a pound should be a crazy fancy salmon. They should actually just cook it. I don't know, come and clean up afterwards for that price too. There should definitely be some significant perks behind that $18 a pound salmon. And I agree. We also enjoy tilapia, and it's a decent fish. It's very affordable. But I know there are some folks that will probably chime in and are not fans, but it is affordable. If you're just trying to get protein on the table, salmon is a more expensive fish to be putting on the table. Okay, so I think I've got caught up on general questions, and Mayhing, you're probably right. So her comment is, Publix is proud of their meats, and she does not necessarily buy them there. I agree with you. I don't tend to either. So most of our meats I don't purchase in a grocery store. I purchase bulk from a local food, like Chef store, which is what we have. It's a restaurant supply store. Consider getting your meats other places too. We have a neighbor who was just asking, hey, we're about to grab a cow. Would you like to go in with us? That's a great way to do it. Now, I have 2 freezers that are completely packed. So I hated having to say no because it meant that if I was going to do that, we're either A, going to eat a lot of meat in the next 2 weeks to make room, or we're going to need an extra freezer that I can't put in the budget right now. But I have meat because we buy in bulk and not usually from the grocery store. Now, there are ways to save on meat. That's a whole nother topic, right? But it isn't typically at Publix. It is by watching sales. Even Publix will have some decent ones. Grabbing your clearance meats. I've got this guy right here. These magical little yellow tags, they're happy. Anytime we can find something that's been marked down, just remember with your marked down meats, you need to get it home and either cook it or freeze it right then. We don't stick it in the freezer and wait a couple days, the fridge. It is not usually pretty. So if you do grab marked down meat, get on it. Now let's keep going in terms of our sales. The other big area that can confuse folks, and I'm gonna speed along over here, is when we're dealing with grocery items that aren't buy one get one. They are national brands. So where are we left then? Generally, the math rule that I mentioned at the beginning is a help. It's going to help me be able to spot, how much am I saving? So here are these Stacy pita thins. We're saving $1.38 off of 2. It's basically 69 cents off of each one of them. We really haven't hit the 40% off mark. But even here, not needing to get a calculator out, what are some things that you could do to be able to tell? Should I grab this now or should I not? One thing that you can do, if you head to Southern Savers, and I will just pull it up here quickly, but if you head to Southern Savers and you use the item search that is on Southern Savers, you can actually find out what are the past sales that we have seen on particular items. So this is the item search. Have it all pulled up here for us, and you can actually put in a date in the past. You can see every sale that is run on that product. And I can do this specific to one store. I can do this across every store that we cover on Southern Savers. Whatever it is that you're looking for, it's going to help you be able to know what am I looking for on that particular product or that particular brand, or maybe even not brand specific. I don't care. I just want to know pasta. What's the lowest price that we've seen on pasta? You can do that. And I can put in the word pasta. I could put in a date from like 3 months ago. It's going to return a lot of sales, just warning you. But you are going to get an idea of what is the best price that I'm looking for. Now, I would probably say for most of us, this search is going to end up being brand named. You're going to have something specific that you want, and this is going to help you be able to know what is that price that I'm looking for. Do we have coupons for it? It's going to show you the past, what we've had in the past, and that price that we got it down to. So this is a huge help. It is your historical price book. Now I'm going to go ahead and break your heart here. Maybe for some of you, it will only go back 6 months. Kind of kills our server if you take it back further. So, but we're sitting in the middle of August. That gets you all the way back to this past March. That's still a decent amount of data. You're going to see every sale that we've seen. If you want to go back that far, that's going to be a lot of sales, I promise, even if you restrict it to just a few stores. So you enter whatever it is that you're looking for. Let's go I guess we'll go with our salmon that we were just mentioning. I'm going to go with all stores, and we're going to go back 3 months. It's going to be a lot of salmon, even there. But it's going to show us everywhere. Yeah, here are all the sales we've seen, looking at every store and how cheap we were able to get it. So, Kroger, we've had a farm raised $6.99 a pound. That was in May. You get a good glimpse though of what the go-to price was. Publix had it for $8.99 a pound because we know Publix likes to be a little higher, but you can see how this works. So maybe I didn't need to know all the way back to May. Maybe you just wanted to know the last month. Use the item search to help you spot that. The other way that this could help you, if you did just go back 1 month, or 6 weeks. Where are we? When's the next time this is going to come on sale? Then I can sit there and I can type it into the item search and I can say, hey, it was on sale 4 weeks ago. And I know that grocery sales run about every 6 to 8 weeks long. So it's going to be on sale very soon. That's your hope, right? I need it. When is it going to be back on sale again? That's a quick way to know too, is using the item search. So hopefully you will be able to use that and it'll come in handy, right? That's why it's there. Paige, great question. I actually had an employee ask me this week. I have not updated the buy price list post-pandemic, and I need to. It is on my to-do list, so I will work on that this week and get out a new updated price list. And yes, prices have gone up. We all know that. The biggest increases that we have seen, honestly, are currently just in meat. So if we were to look at cereal prices from last year, cereal prices this year, we're still seeing the same prices. And we're actually, if anything, starting to see our coupons again. We actually went through a whole period where for the first time in 15 years, there were no General Mills cereal coupons for like 6-8 weeks, which is a little crazy. But they're back and we have them again. So not everything in the store has gone up in price, but we pretty much can all feel some of the increases that we've seen already. Also remember, when we start to see inflation, that we don't just see price increases, we also see product size decreases. So this jar of pasta sauce, it hasn't decreased. I'm not going to pick on Barilla, but we will see this go from like a 24-ounce jar, which is where it is now, to a 20-ounce jar. The price will stay the same. The jar got smaller, and their hope is that you didn't really notice this. This is the classic way that most of our brands are going to hit us in terms of inflation, is kind of a deflation of price sizes without changing a price. So that's the one you're really going to want to watch for over what I would say is probably the next 6 months to a year. Things will probably stabilize by next summer, and we'll kind of hold with our prices for a little bit and our sizes for a little bit after that. The big ones being personal care, so just be ready for that. They're the ones that are telling us that the changes are coming the most. Kimberly-Clark, Publix, P&G, those big brands, Unilever. So you're going to watch for your diaper packages, probably not your price to go up on diaper packages. You're going to see your quantities go down. And for diaper packages, they're really smart. That quantity is going to go down by like 1 or 2 diapers. They know that this is a population that can easily get upset. But that's what you're probably watching for. Your boxes of cereal, they already got smaller a few years back. They're probably going to see that same decrease. Maybe not in that really small box already, that little 8-ounce size that Kellogg's and General Mills both make, but probably in that family size box, it's now going to be the size of the other one. The other large box, as they call it, but it's going to be about the same price. So those are the big changes that I would expect. So where you don't feel like your prices have gone up, but then all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, man, we eat a lot more cereal than we used to. It's because the box is smaller. Or maybe you're eating more cereal, but probably because the box is smaller. So those are the big ones that we will see over, well, we've already seen some, but we will continue to see over the next 6 months to a year on changes. Okay. Oh, and hello to Nancy in Chicago. Fun to have folks that aren't always in the South. Any Netflix gift card deals in the future? So, Wendy, the place to look for Netflix is always at Walgreens. They do have a gift card deal this week, and I can't remember what it is. So let's plug it in. I'm just going to plug it straight into the item search and let the item search tell me what it was. But it is, this week it is Domino's and Taco Bell, so not as exciting. But Walgreens is the one store that tends to put Netflix into their rotation. It's usually like a $5 Walgreens card when you buy 2 Netflix cards, or this week it's a $10 Walgreens when you buy 2 Domino's, Taco Bell. So watching that deal. And then we will tend to see Netflix around the holidays. That doesn't help you right now, but those are the 2 times. And Walgreens throughout the year, or the holidays, where we'll tend to see it on sale everywhere else. Okay, I agree, Carrie. I am very thankful as well to be out of diaper mode completely. And Maria in Pittsburgh, hello to you too. Okay, so to dive back in terms of grocery deals, there's another side of things that can confuse folks. And if you're using the list on Southern Savers, a lot of times I stick these items in the unadvertised side of lists. So Publix, Kroger, all those stores have unadvertised lists as well as the weekly ad. But what I'm talking about here are our full price or maybe slightly on sale items that end up being a good deal. So in terms of these items, how do I spot them? This is where I would recommend that you take full advantage of the coupon database that is on Southern Savers. So what I mean by this is right now, this C4 energy drink, we have stacking offers for this. So if you're willing to, get your mobile phone out, take advantage of all the apps that are there, a lot of times these apps end up doubling up with other offers. And the best way to do that, let's say you're just, going through your phone, you're looking through Ibotta, and you happen to notice a deal or an offer that is listed on a particular brand, and you're curious, we'll use the coupon database that is on Southern Savers, type in the brand that you're curious about, and let it return all of the deals that we currently have. So C4, I just did C4, but let's even do energy drinks here. We have 2 different offers on C4 energy drinks. So we'll narrow them down. One is Ibotta, and one is a new system. I put these into the database this past week that is called Aisle, and I was hesitant to mention them until I actually submitted them, and it all did work fine. It's a little unique. It's not an app at all. It is actually text messages. So I will show you at least what it looks like. It's a little tricky to find. I have way too many people who text me on a regular basis, it looks like. There we are. So you will literally send them a picture of your receipt, and they will send you money back through Venmo. So if you've not used this program, just to pull up this is how you'll get started. So just click on the link straight in the database. But what I'm saying here is maybe you were in Ibotta, you saw, hey, I've got $1 off C4 energy drinks. I mean, one energy drink, $1 off's pretty good already. We're going for that 40% mark. That coupon basically got you there all by itself. It doesn't matter what the regular price of this is. It can't really be more than like $2.50, right, for one can, and you've got a $1 off offer. The coupon itself took you to that 40% mark. So there will be times that you're skimming through your mobile app, you see something like that, and it should jump out at you. That's a high value offer for one can energy drink. Come to the database, type in a piece of it. The database is also part of the Southern Savers mobile app. So if you're using the mobile app, you can, you're in the store, you can type in C4 on the database there too, and then you'll see, oh, there's a second offer, and I'm allowed both of those. So now I'm saving $2 off of a product that in some stores is on sale for $1.50. This is a moneymaker, depending on the store that you're in, or an easy freebie. So I mention these because these are what can throw some people for a loop. They're like, Jenny, I get that we're waiting for that 40% sale, but some of the things actually aren't on sale, and they do make deals. And the easiest way to spot those is using the database. So I will try to mention them as well. So if you're using the unadvertised list on Publix or Kroger, anytime that I notice them, I'm going to share them. But it doesn't always mean that I am literally just, sitting here at the database all day long, because I'm not. I am homeschooling my kids. I am in the gymnastics pickup line. But when I'm at the computer, I am trying to find those deals for you too. So if you spot them, let me know. Share them with me. It's the easiest way for me to get them plugged into a list. But use the lists, the unadvertised lists, and use the database. It's super simple for you to spot your own double, triple, however many fun stacking deals that you can. The same on rebates. If you're seeing coupons that match in with rebates, using the database to spot those items as well. There's a lot of deals out there that do overlap. So taking advantage of that. So my diaper folks, we start to find a whole bunch of coupons when we get all of our e-coupons in there. But then we start to look here. We've got mobile apps. Ibotta mobile apps. We've got more coupons. These can be stacked together. So if you are on the hunt for something, you just got a whole bunch of coupons just for one product, but I can easily be able to say, hey, I bet I could make a deal here. Or go and use the item search for the word pull-ups, and let's see where all the deals already are this week, because I can guarantee you that one's on a list in lots of places. And Carrie, yes, if you ever spot a sale, there is a way to report it through the app. So if you spot a deal, you can report a deal through the Southern Savers app and send it to me. It sends me an email, so I can't miss it. It also sits on a little spreadsheet for me, so I can't miss it that way too. But you can always let me know. You can send me a Facebook message. You can send me an email. I am very happy to gladly take your deals and add them very simply to the unadvertised list for that particular store, or to the weekly ad if that store doesn't have an unadvertised list, so that everyone else can get it. Very glad to share that. I will warn you, I do not add to list deals that shouldn't work. So if you're like, hey Jenny, I found that this coupon worked on this particular product, we're not going to go there. Only deals that should work. It is the right coupon for the right item. That's our goal here. But I am all for those deals. As long as you're following the rules, I am very, very happy to share it. And you're helping me out. You're helping me be multiple places at multiple times for sure. Carrie, I haven't had a lot of folks using the reported deal side. But if you guys wanted to start to really use it, I would gladly. I used to always once a week pick a gift card winner. I haven't even gotten an email from folks on reporting deals in probably the last month. But whenever I have people that are regularly sending deals, I am very quick to send Amazon gift cards. So yes, the more deals you report, I will be very glad to do that. And right now it hasn't really been anybody. So jump in and use that side. I think a lot of times folks in the summer is hard for all of us. So when we get a little busy, folks just, you know what, I'm just going to follow what's on sale, which is kind of why we're choosing this topic tonight. And the coupon side of things stresses people out. I get it. But those mobile apps, guys, there's some magic that you can make with your mobile apps. Okay, one other side here, we've talked grocery, but to go off grocery for a second, in our Targets, in our Walmarts. So not to, pick on the Walmarts of the world, but I do love to pick on Walmart in a small way. So as we talk about sales, I do need you to realize that that doesn't really exist in Walmart. So if we come here, I'm going to pull up Walmart's weekly ad here. For some reason, my Walmart thinks that I am in California. But we're going to look at the weekly ad that is pulling up for California versus taking the time to switch it around. It's probably about the same. Everything that is in this ad, which humorously doesn't even have prices on this page, maybe this is how they're handling produce in California. We're not even going to print anything. But if we were to find prices, here we go. These are the regular prices in Walmart. So they do run some rollback deals, but they're not really big discounts. Walmart has always low prices, which my favorite way to look at that is nothing is actually on sale. You can buy it if you want to. It's just all regular price. So before you get crazy excited, it's not really the deal that you think it's going to be. And it is going to be better somewhere else. And so the easiest way that folks, we get a little sidetracked and we think that we're automatically getting a great deal, but we're not always. For example, to give you one right off the bat, always low price on Go-Gurt. It's a 16 count box for $4. 16 count for $4. Anybody grab Go-Gurts at Publix last week? Because they were like 60 cents a box for the 8 count. That would be $1.20 for the 16 count versus $4 for the 16 count. So don't always assume that always low prices is the best deal. It cannot compete with the buy one get one sale in grocery stores. It can't. Now, I'm not going into Publix or Kroger and buying regular priced items. So to be able to watch the sales and focus on what a good sale is does mean that I actually have to change the way that I shop. I can't just go in and grab everything that I need today, because I would be buying a lot of things that are not on sale today. That cannot be how I touch Publix or Kroger or any of our major grocery stores. If that's how you want to shop, then stick with Aldi and stick with Walmart. Yes, you can grab whatever you want. It's always low price. It isn't the best deal you're going to get, but it is always low price. If I want to shop the sales, then I want to switch over to a major grocery store because they do actually run sales that do actually beat the Walmart prices. So whether that is Kroger, whether that is Publix, these prices will beat the Walmart everyday low price. So I actually think Go-Gurt is part of this week's mega event. I was going to see if it was in, I know it's an unadvertised deal for it, but I was going to see if it was in the weekly ad just to give Kroger their moment to shine as well. But it beats that Walmart price as well. So as we're looking at Kroger, we're trying to, even figure out here what we want to grab. They're still going to beat it. So as you're pondering your sales, just realize, no, I'm not going to walk in. Even here, your cereal, these are our big boxes of cereal. These aren't the tiny ones. We're going to grab them for $1.79 before a coupon. There's a digital coupon here too, so super easy. $1.29 a box after a coupon. You aren't going to get General Mills cereal in Walmart for $1.29 a box. I don't even care if it's the 8-ounce size box. It isn't going to be that cheap. So just so you kind of realize what you're comparing as you look for sales, I cannot shop sales if I'm not prepared to shop sales. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. If I need a lot of things, then I'm going to need to split my cart up, basically. I'm going to need to grab what's on sale in the grocery store, and then I'm going to need to go somewhere else to get the items that I have to get me through this week. Maybe you grab house brands on those items in the grocery store, but not everything in the store is obviously on sale at the same time. It's just not how it works in the grocery store. Their hope is that they can get you in the door with the sales and that you will buy everything you need while you're there, but we're not going to do that. No, our goal is to cut our grocery budget, whether you use a coupon or not. If all you did was follow the sales, you would be doing pretty sweet. No coupons needed. You'd probably easily cut your budget by 50%, if not a little bit more. That's how sweet just following the sales would work for you. So to be able to do that, there's one other side to this, and then I'm going to jump to y'all's questions too. And that is that I need to know that when I spot that great sale, the 40% off on most items, the stock up price that we're looking for, I want to buy enough of that item to last me until it is back on sale. And that's where that 6 to 8 week long window comes in, so that I see that it's a great price. I want to get enough of that item to last me 6 to 8 weeks. Now that's not really a ton. How many times in the next 6 weeks am I going to need a jar of pasta sauce? I don't know, maybe 4. That's kind of pushing it. We don't really eat spaghetti every week in our house. But even if you went overboard and you got 6 on sale, these were $1.15, I think, in our store last week in Publix. That's not hard to stock up at. Sometimes we even get coupons for these too. This was no coupon, just the sale. So we're grabbing enough to last us until it is back on sale, so that I don't have to come in and say, I need pasta sauce. I don't have to deal with that. I did it. I bought it when it was on sale, and I bought enough of it to last me. Now, there are obviously other brands, so if that happened, this week I bought Barilla, next week you could buy Prego, so you're not always in a hole, but not everybody's willing to switch around with their brands either and follow the deals. But for me, if it isn't on sale, we are not going to eat it. It will not be in the house. That is one of the biggest ways that we stay on budget, is staying on what is on sale. So I literally, last week, I was shopping on the fly while kids were at gymnastics trying to grab things, and I didn't get coupons cut, keeping it real. I had one paper coupon when I checked out at the grocery store, and that was an in-store dispenser that I found. But I had plenty of digital coupons because that's super easy. Scan barcodes as you go through the store, load them with mobile apps. We still did great. We still saved over 60% because of the sales and because of mobile apps and digital coupons, not having any paper coupons that I entered that store with. Literally used one that was in an in-store dispenser. So you can still save a chunk of money without necessarily like getting out the scissors and getting out your inserts. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't get inserts either, but we all have busy weeks. And that's where we were. We've been trying to get back into school. I mean, we all have reasons too. So that was fine. But we still saved over 60% on that purchase and still under budget, which was our goal too. If I can be under the goal of less than $100 a week, I'm happy. We grabbed what we needed. We haven't hit the grocery store since. I only go grocery shopping once a week. It's been a good week. We did what we needed to do. So just to kind of, explain how that's going to work, we're going to follow what's on sale, use a coupon if we have it, or if we don't, we at least stuck with the sales and we saved a chunk of money to do that. So, okay, let me jump to y'all's questions and comments as we go through. So Kathy asked, do I want to know about general clearance, hypothetically summer clearance at Sam's? Kathy, anytime that folks share items, if I can share it, if it will help other people, I will definitely share it. So if you do find things like that, share away. In the app, it will, so if you're going to use the report a deal option, it will give you the option to report a picture, and that is a huge help to me. So if you're going through the app to report a deal, and I will walk you through how to do this, by the way, if you've not ever used it. So if you click on more down in the bottom corner, then you will see a whole bunch of things come up. And report a deal is that little megaphone right there. And on report a deal, it's going to ask you to enter things, but at the top is choose file, and you can give me a picture. And a picture, it is worth 1,000 words, because if I just post like to Facebook, hey, this is on clearance, people don't even really understand. But as soon as you show them a picture, they're like, I get it. So if you could do both, magical. Tell me what it is, send me a picture, magical. Then I can easily share, definitely when it's clearance. I don't have to have a picture for everything else, but clearance deals are super hard to share with other folks if it's even hard for me to know exactly what we're talking about. But a picture tells me everything that I need. And Macy is mentioning when I was discussing meat deals, Fresh Market near her on Tuesdays does $2.99 a pound for ground beef or chicken. That's a great price, and definitely the Fresh Market. So thanks for sharing that one, Macy. And I think a lot of folks, you start to learn what your individual stores do. My Harris Teeter folks, I hope you've already learned this years ago, but you always go to the meat counter to get meat. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, always $1.99 a pound from the meat counter. Not always in the prepackaged, out in the refrigerated and frozen section. So you learn your little tips as to how to get your cheaper items and where you can. Also asking your store, when do you mark down meat so that you can be there on those magical days and take advantage of them. This is, just, we don't want to miss those. That's the moment to be able to get the best deals that you can. Okay. I'm glad Wendy says she got her Go-Gurt at Publix and at Kroger. It was some fun deals along with our $1.50 off 2 coupons. Stock up on Go-Gurt Day. And yes, you can totally freeze them, which I would assume, Wendy, you've already figured that out. But for us, that's the first place. When we buy them in bulk, they end up in the freezer. And Kentucky Nana said the same thing. I do not have a Market Street United or Albertsons, Natasha. I'm in the Southeast, so the nearest one of those is really starting to head out to the Midwest, Central area, and then even further when we get into Albertsons. So I'm not currently covering those on Southern Savers, but the database on Southern Savers that I mentioned earlier, it will still fully line up for you. All of the coupons that are in the database are going to be the same coupons that are across the country in everybody's inserts, the same mobile app coupons. So if you're kind of trying to, figure out your own deals, then use the database here to make your own coupon matchups if you need to. We do have the ability on Southern Savers as well to actually make your own list. So if you've not seen it at the top, it'll be one of the features when you are logged into the site. I'm actually logged in on our back end. But let me go here just to show you what I'm talking about. So you can come to the site and you can, I gotta slide this down for a second. You can come and do Public List Maker, that's what it's called, and you will be able to completely make your own shopping list for any store that we don't have. You can type in your own deals, you can match in your own coupons, be your own shopper in a sense. You've done your own deals with your very own coupon matchups for whatever those deals are, as if you had, as if I covered Albertsons, it would look exactly like that. That you can even print your shopping list. It would look exactly like it was a shopping list from Southern Savers, but it helps you be able to use the database. It just integrates perfectly with the database to make your own shopping list. So I may not cover it, but you can easily make a list for it if you wanted to. Good, I'm glad you got the pasta sauce. Yes, this pasta sauce that I mentioned is still running. I forgot that deal ends tomorrow night in Publix. I'm getting my weeks mixed up. But you should get stocked up on some pasta sauce. Prego is also on sale in a few stores and did have an Ibotta. I haven't checked to see if it's still there, but you could go Prego if you wanted to as well. Okay. Oh, and Carrie, good question. How do I coupon with all 5 girls? I don't. So I tend to only take one kiddo with me to the store. It's like mom-daughter date time. They take turns. Sometimes they fight over whose turn it is to go. But that is how I handle it. Occasionally I will have to, and some of my kiddos are older, so they aren't going crazy in the store. But I don't even take all of the older ones at the same time. As soon as your posse gets a little too big, it starts to drive me and the other people in the store crazy. So that's my only tip if I can. Okay, and Kentucky, Nana, let's see, I missed your question. Should I get things at Kroger too? And maybe talking about Starbucks here. Oh, you guys are funny, talking about all the coffee today. Trying to keep up though, goodness. Yes, so there was a great fetch deal at Publix with Unilever that was also running at Walgreens. So, and I'll warn you with that Fetch Rewards deal, it's still running. The one at Publix is still running, I'm pretty sure. I had put it in the database, so we can check there too. But they don't always mention that deal that is running in Fetch. So you'll pull up your Fetch app, and there won't be any mention of this Unilever deal. It used to kind of be up here in the top header, and you could kind of scroll through. You won't see it anywhere. So it is a good reminder as you are going through that scanning any receipt that you have into the Fetch app is a good idea. Going ahead and taking the moment, scanning your receipt. You may not think you're going to earn anything back from Fetch, but then all of a sudden, boom, there was a deal you didn't even know was running, and you've got almost all of it purchased, or you fully purchased it without even realizing it was there. So that Fetch Rewards deal is a good one as a reminder, because it was a buy 15 and get 5 back. The Walgreens was a buy 30 and get 10. So if they're going to run those, it's pretty sweet. You should take advantage of them, but they don't always tell you about them. Okay, and Susan, yes, so the aisle, let me see. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get it to pull up. Let's see. It's hard to find their deals. They send you a text message of where their deals are, but I don't know if there's a spot on their site. But there is currently an aisle deal running for Good Culture. It's $2 off of one Good Culture container, I stuck these on the Publix list, so they're really free in a lot of other places, but it is on the Publix unadvertised list, and I kind of put them all into a post. But C4 energy drinks, the coffee, super coffee, the Good Culture, those are the 3 that I grabbed last week, and then went ahead and submitted for, kind of curious whether or not I would get back the money. I did purchase all those aisle offers in one receipt so that I could get it in one picture. And I did. So in the end, it told me everything that I got back, like thanks for buying these items, and all the money that I got back in my Venmo account. That's the only way that aisle works, is through text message and through Venmo. So it's a little strange. I would recommend that you go with smaller receipts just so that you know that it's going to work. You're not going to have issues with it, but it did for me, and it's going to be a little tricky for me to be able to keep tabs on what the deals are. I'm not sure how quickly they go away or how long they hang, but I will try my best to make sure that we're good. And Paige, no, Aisle is not an app. It is just literally text messages. So when you sign up on their website, which if you click through, probably the easiest way to find these, Paige, is from the database. If you click through C4 energy drinks or Good Culture on the database, because when I stuck them in, I didn't put in the word aisle, and I need to. I'll go back and fix it. But you'll see online rebate for Good Culture here, and just click through that link. You'll end up over here, and then go ahead and sign up. When you sign up, they're going to send you a welcome text message, and the link that they send you is going to show you all their current offers. And you can kind of pull that up. So, and Rose, hopefully this helps too. That's what we're talking about. So Aisle is a brand new service. There are a lot of different bloggers started to talk about it last week. So hopefully we're not going to we're going to inundate them. But if you head to, again, you know what, I'll just pull this link here, and I'll get my husband to put this in on the chat for you guys. I'm not able to put things in the chat myself. But the link, the URL is literally the words textaisle.com, but we'll stick this in the comments for you guys. So if you head there and you sign up on their site, it is entirely by text message. So you're going to click the join now. You're going to basically send them a text message with your name and your phone number. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to get a text message from them. You will then, basically, you're going to just, when you're done shopping, just send them a picture of your receipt. It took about 48 hours. I sent that on Wednesday at 5:53. Not even that long. Tuesday at 2 a.m. I heard back that I was in line, Thursday at 2 a.m. and Thursday at 3 p.m. they gave me the money back. So it took about 24 hours from when I shopped to when I had the money back in my account. It is literally just text message though. So it kind of feels a little like, am I going to get this? It did work. So just going to tell you, and you're good across the board through getting it back in your Venmo account. So if you don't use Venmo, that is the only way that Aisle is currently working. So I can't help you there. But I'm just, telling you it's there. And part of the reason I'm telling you it's there is that this week it does make for some pretty sweet deals. They've got some pretty high offers, and they even tell you how they have these offers is that they are working with companies that need to move product. So the Good Culture cottage cheese is $2 off of any Good Culture cottage cheese, and these are values that Good Culture cottage cheese doesn't even cost $2 in most stores. That's a pretty sweet price. So let's see, I'm going to just type in this URL here since I can't find it on their website, just to show you what their offers are. So this is literally what you would see if you go to their website. It's kind of hard to even follow, but there's still a good chunk here that's pretty high value. So this is $2 off of any super coffee. Even clicking on it doesn't give you more information. I kind of forgot about that. But $2 off one can of super coffee. This is $2.50 in Publix on a regular basis. This Bud Light seltzer right here is $5 off of a 12-pack. Let me just give you a deal. That is also printing an $8 mail-in rebate at Walgreens this week. They don't care where you're buying it from. These are good anywhere. So you buy it, and you're going to get your money back. So $5 back, $8 mail-in rebate. It's on sale for $14.99. That's $13 right there. You get the idea as we go through. So lots of high value offers here. I'm not sure how long they hold on are around for. I don't even know that I'm looking. I don't see the good culture anymore. So they do go, as folks are finding them. I think they're probably going to go a little faster. But there are still some great deals there. So this is a new one and kind of a fun way to immediately get some good cash back. Kathy, can I show how to print coupons off the site? So if you are needing printables and it's not wanting to print for you, I use the database here. I'm trying to think of one of them, the new kind of, let's go L'Oreal. We just got a $7 off 3. So this printable, I mean, really, if you just are selecting your offers and then you hit print, it should print. If you've not ever printed from here, it may ask that you, give your phone number or whatnot to create an account. This is not run through us. This is really run through coupons.com. So they're going to verify who you are, and then you hit print, and it should print. I'm actually not currently connected to the internet. So let's see what it does. But even here, a lot of times I'm still going to get the print preview box. I say I'm not connected to the internet. I am, but our internet is on a different, what am I talking? You're trying to go here, like a different Wi-Fi than I'm currently on. But you can even sit here and click Save as PDF. Now, you'd still only want to use these one time. You don't want to use them multiple times. But the fact that I'm not currently even connected to the printer, I can still save this. And then I can come back and print these when I switch my Wi-Fi over to the one that my printer is currently on. So these are now, saved. They're mine. It's as if I printed them, and I can print them later. It's only one time, but that's literally all it takes. Once you use your phone number and you create your account with them, you shouldn't really ever have any issues in printing. And if you do, I'll gladly walk you through or try to walk you through what I can on printing. But a lot of times it's because it's not recognizing that you have a printer set up. And they can get a little picky on that. Oh, and Sherry says you can't even get them to pull up. I'll try to figure that out, Sherry. I'm going to guess that what it is this is run, I'm like pointing at it like you can see what I'm looking at. So the coupons that do show up here are run through a kind of an iframe that it's processing, the ones that are on coupons.com. And if you have an ad blocker, that's possibly what it is that the ad blocker is blocking those coupons the same exact way because it's running on that same kind of system. That's the biggest reason that I could think of that you wouldn't be able to see these. But beyond that, I'll be glad to help you try to figure that out too. Sharon, to go back to aisle, great question. With aisle, do you have to clip anything? No, you don't. And that was the part that I was a little hesitant about with the text message because I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go buy these things and I'm going to send you a picture of my receipt and hopefully you're going to be okay with that. You do not. Let me see. I'll make this bigger for you too. Literally, if I click on this, it won't even pull anything up. This is all the details you get. Rise Brewing, 50 cents a can, limit 3 per customer. This is actually also a moneymaker, guys. We have a $1 off 2 printable for Rise Brewing. We have a $1 Ibotta, and you have a 50 cent per can. These are regularly $2 a can in almost every store. Kroger, guys, it is on sale in Kroger right now. So you add all those up. This is a moneymaker. Now, you can grab 3 on the same receipt. That's what I did for the energy, the super coffee, and they just multiplied that math together in the text message. This is literally all you get. You do not have to add the offers. You just buy them and send them a picture of your receipt. Just make sure that you stick to whatever it says in terms of 3 per, what you're allowed. And they do have a frequently asked questions, guys, in this upper part. And in the frequently asked questions, even right here, offers reset 7 days after purchase. So if come Thursday morning, it's still there, and I bought it last week in Publix, you can buy it again this coming week in Publix. They also have the rule that your receipts have to be submitted, I want to say, 3 days. Cannot be older than 3 days. So you would basically want to take a picture of your receipt right then. And I don't know if y'all can tell or not in my text message here, but just to show you this, That's literally the metal of the Publix checkout counter. They're still putting I actually checked out in 2 separate transactions so that I bought all of the aisle deals first. And while they're ringing up my second purchase that wasn't aisle deals, I'm taking a picture and texted it to aisle. So nice shiny backdrop there, but done. So don't even have to deal with it. You don't have to scan barcodes. You're just going to text them a picture of your receipt. So hopefully for some of you, it's super easy to use. The hard part here is that you really are not going to sit here and look at this list. You're going to want to go with whatever's matched in on your Publix list. Use the database if you want. I will go in and change them so you can search for the word aisle. When I was including them last week, I was still a little hesitant as to how I even felt about this. But you've still got a lot of offers there. So hopefully we can start to put these to use and get some pretty good deals with all the things that are there. Okay. And will aisle work with online or curbside? So no, right now they say that aisle works with, you can buy them, from any store, but it has to be on a store receipt. So they're not saying any online or curbside, except there are a few aisle offers. When you click through their link, you'll see a few that are online only. Like they're basically giving you cash back on that online purchase. But in terms of everything else, it needs to be an actual receipt that you purchased. I guess curbside wise, if you did like Target pickup, you're still going to get a Target receipt. You'd be okay with that. If you're not going to get a receipt though, you really, just like our other apps, you wouldn't want to use it either. But if I'm going to get a legit receipt, I don't think they're really going to care whether it was that type of pickup. I just wouldn't go Amazon here. I would actually purchase it from a grocery store. That's really the goal. And yes, Paige, Walgreens will work. So that deal that I was mentioning on these guys, the Bud Light Seltzer, it's any store. This Bud Light Seltzer, it's $14.99 in Walgreens. It's going to print an $8 mail-in rebate with it, and you're going to get back $5 when you upload a picture of your Walgreens receipt. So you just basically got $13 back on a $14.99 purchase for Bud Light Seltzer. There is still an Ibotta offer for this, but yes, we do have issues with that one, as Paige learned too, that Ibotta is not really wanting to recognize Walgreens as a seller for that product, even though they do. It doesn't have Walgreens listed that you couldn't use it there. That's just an Ibotta issue. You won't have issues with this one because they do not care where you're purchasing it from. Any store is acceptable. Okay, so hopefully we've got a lot here. And hopefully I haven't overwhelmed you by throwing in something new tonight too. Trying to, for apps, but trying to get to where I do them in the store. Oh, I get it. I'm glad that doing it in the store is a good idea. For me, just taking the picture in the store works, even if I don't submit it right away. For this particular one, having that picture done. Obviously, for Ibotta and some of those where they're going to ask you to scan the barcodes, doing it in the store doesn't work. But if you are having issues with your mobile apps and remembering to do it, my other go-to is the bumper of our car. So I have got all the bags right there in front of me. I've just unloaded them from the buggy, and I just line the receipt along the bumper of my car. I take the pictures that I need, and then when it wants a barcode, I have all of them right there. I might have to dig through some bags, but it's faster if I wait to do my mobile apps until I get home. My kids, they know it's one of their jobs. I don't even have to tell them. That doesn't happen with most chores around here, but with groceries, they're usually pretty good. And the minute that I get home, they unload the car and they start to put it all away. But then if I haven't done my mobile apps, it means I have to go and get it back out of the pantry, and I don't really want to do that. So 90% of the time, I have submitted my mobile apps before I even left the parking lot. It's just so much easier, and I don't have to worry about it. I did it while I was thinking about it. As I went shopping, I was scanning barcodes in Ibotta and loading things I needed to load, and then I have them all submitted. And if anything, on days like last week where I only used one coupon at the register, I magically felt better about myself because that aisle, just the aisle alone, on that fast math, it's like 8 to $25 back in one aisle text. So done, and I magically feeling better already. Okay. And where do I get my coupon? So Presley, if you head to southernsavers.com and you search for the store that you're going to shop at. We cover a ton of stores with a full list of all the deals that are running for that store. I don't type out the entire weekly ad. I only type the items that are actually on sale this week. And below all those items that are on sale this week, if there's coupons, I'm going to match in the coupons as well. So all the deals, all the coupons that we can find. So this Mooala organic dairy-free milk, there's a printable and there's a mobile app. It makes it 57 cents. That's our goal. So this is where I'm getting my coupons, mostly because I took the time to make the list, so I might as well use it. But it makes it super easy. The mobile apps, obviously the link's going to take you to the app, but you're going to just use your app in the store. So hopefully, if you're brand new, that'll help. So again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but Thursday night, 7 p.m., head over to Facebook, click on events on the Southern Savers Facebook page, sign up. We're doing a full workshop Thursday night at 7. It'll be about 2 hours long, 7 to 9. I'm going to do another one in a couple of weeks on a Saturday morning. So if you can't make this Thursday, maybe you can make one of the other ones that I have scheduled and learn all the ins and outs of trying to save on groceries, including all these mobile apps that we've talked about. We're going to try to get to it all. They keep adding more mobile apps to our lives, so it does make it a little harder to stretch it all into one workshop, but we're going to try our hardest. If you already know all this stuff, share it with friends. I'm glad to have as many folks as they want jump in and learn with us. We can all use to save on our grocery budget for sure. So thanks for joining me tonight. I hope that I hit all your questions. If I didn't, send me a message, Facebook message, email, jenny@southernsavers.com. I'm glad to try to help as best I can. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I will be back on tomorrow at 11 with all of the top drugstore deals that this video wasn't, even though I had forgotten to rename it in the beginning. So we're going to hit all of our CVS and Walgreens deals tomorrow morning at 11. If you can't catch it live, you can always catch it after the fact. It will be recorded. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll talk to you again soon.